Good morning. My name is Bill Perry. I'm CEO of Deep Blue Medical Advances. And Deep Blue is transforming soft tissue surgery by bringing out a new generation of surgical devices to provide optimal tissue tension, tissue reinforcement, and defect closure. Our first focus has been on hernia surgery, and the T-line mesh is on the market and growing beautifully. But our customers, our surgeons, guide us into new surgical applications, and today we're introducing the T-line tissue control suture. Now, the problem that we're solving is failure in soft tissue surgery due to suture pull-through of tissue in surgery or tissue in mesh in hernia repair surgery. It's literally called cheese wiring, and this happens because the abdominal pressures overcome the strength of the surgical fixation site or the mesh anchoring in hernia repair. And for example, in hernia repair, it leads to mesh migration, contraction, and mesh tearing away from tissue, and a shockingly high hernia repair failure rate long term. The clinical manifestations of soft tissue surgery failure are severe. You can see the cheese wire effect photo with these gashes in the abdominal wall caused by the suture cutting through. The middle photo, the mesh dehiscence photo, that was sewn onto the abdominal wall. Those anchor points failed and it rolled up and contracted. And on the right, you see torn fascia with the suture up above where the arrows are pointing and this perfect U-shaped cheese wire cut down below. Now, this is because of a lack of fast, reliable reinforcement that should reduce tissue stress at the surgical site. And without that, you have soft tissue repair dehiscence and mesh fixation failure. Optimal tissue tension and reinforcement is critical, but also very difficult to achieve. We're solving a mechanical problem. The problem is stress equals force divided by area. Now think of the snowshoe. The force of the body on the area of a shoe creates stress that pushes you down into the snow. If you increase the area simply by putting on a snowshoe, you decrease the stress at that point, and you can walk on top of snow. Our first product that takes advantage of these principles and this technology is the T-line hernia mesh, which is out on the market. It has a mesh body and integrally knit extensions, and these extensions have 15 times the surface area of sutures and 300% greater fixation strength. We've eliminated a main point of failure, which is that interface point. Now the mesh and the suture are one, and the mesh lies flat and smooth. It provides a superior surgical experience with optimal mesh tension. Today, we're introducing the T-line tissue control suture. Now, why the TCS? It's very simple. It's organic market demand. All of our sites that sew in the T-line mesh also sew in the extension, and they instantly start telling us all the other applications and areas that they would like to use this technology. Its flat, porous design greatly supports tissue quickly and easily. It grips and provides resistance with two-way flexible tension adjustment. Remember, barbed sutures that dominate the market have only one-way tension adjustment. It comes in permanent and absorbable materials in a variety of widths, and it has a broad range of surgical soft tissue applications. And remember, these get stronger over time because there's bioincorporation into the TCS. Application is fast, simple, and advantageous. The first video is our hernia mesh being sewn in. The lock stitch is bite through cut. It takes a surgeon about half a mesh to get through the learning curve. And then the other video here is a running suture, a running stitch with the same technology providing great tension adjustment, tissue reinforcement, and defect closure. Our surgeons love how this technology works. Our portfolio has 4 products in it. The hernia mesh, T-line hernia mesh line is out on the market. It's available today in a permanent polypropylene mesh. Coming right behind that is a biosynthetic absorbable version of that, then an umbilical version, a robotic MIS version, a coated anti-adhesion version. All these available are being developed now through 2025. The TCS in permanent and absorbable variations is available in 2024. Breast surgery is super important to us. This was invented by a plastic surgeon. So the breast tissue scaffold, we have ongoing partnering discussions that will determine the timing of this product. And the anchor clip is an absorbable fixation device that works to secure the extension or the suture, and it'll be available in 2024. Now, the first thing we did was go out to a couple dozen key opinion leader sites to get experience and understanding. And all of these sites have become our enthusiastic buying customers with routine use. Mayo Clinic, NYU, UCSF, Duke University. Remember, these are the luminaries in hernia surgery and soft tissue surgery. Two markets I'd like to focus on today. The first is the abdominal ventral hernia market. It's about an $800 million US market. It's about 400,000 mesh abdominal wall surgeries each year. There's 4 primary and 10 secondary players in the market. We love that dynamic for partnering or acquisition. And remember, all these use the traditional anchoring approaches that contribute to recurrence. Now, the TCS operates in the knotless tissue control device market. It's about a $500 million global market and growing quickly, dominated by 3 players, Ethicon, Medtronic, and Corza. And the global suture market is, of course, multiple billions of dollars. We've had 2 rounds of financing to date. With that, we've achieved 3 FDA clearances. We did our alpha clinical launch until Q3 of last year. Now we're in the second quarter of our pilot sales launch. We've had 12 manuscripts, 16 posters. It's been 2.5 years since our first implantation. And since then, over 3,500 of these novel extensions and lock stitches have been sewn in with excellent results. We have a robust patent estate, a 4-product family at prototype stage or later. Now we're having early discussions on our first potential exit point for later this year, but we're also pursuing a B round. And with that funding, we'll grow our sales team, bring out 6 additional products and move into new clinical markets, long-term clinical data that's already in process, and do an international launch in Europe. And our second exit point is in the second half of 2025. We have an outstanding IP estate, 18 patents filed, 12 issued, 2 allowed in 4 areas. T-line mesh design, unique knitting approach of how you knit this mesh, anchor clip, and the T-line suture. We have an experienced, proven team. I've been doing this for more than 29 years. I've been part of multiple exits or have led multiple exits in an IPO, venture fundraisings north of $115 million, 19 medical product introductions, many of these from concept through to commercialization. My partner, Dr. Howard Levinson, is an academic ab wall expert from Duke University and Eastern Virginia Medical. He's currently president of the American Society of Plastic Surgery Foundation. The rest of my team has excellent experience and a proven track record, and we have a highly engaged and supportive board of directors. So we have 3 FDA clearances achieved to date, growing sales in our clinical and pilot sales launch, multiple early manuscripts and long-term data that's following behind that, multiple medical conference presentations, over 3,500 of these extensions and lock stitches sewn in with excellent results. And over the 2.5 years that we've done since our first cases, a robust patent estate with outstanding value creation and protection to what we're doing, 4 product groups with the first product on the market and others in process, and ongoing business development discussions. I'd be happy to speak with anyone about our B round or further discussions as we explore that first exit point. Thank you so much.